And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Welcome to 2K Sports' annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Terry Rozier.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Lakers, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Well, with all the battles past, Grant, definitely some history between these two teams.
Oh, B.A., this is high level. You talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
Now here's Doncic. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Doncic has it all, full package. Soft hands that time made the floater look easy.
Wiggins from long range. The Lakers with a rebound. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight. Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Outside Robinson. Hero, screen on Reeves. For 3, Robinson. Miami, no good that time either. Here's Doncic. And a missed layup.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Hero with it. Now Doncic defending. Hero, no good.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
And there's James from the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Miami has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Wiggins, no good. The Lakers in the lead. And there's the lob.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Here's Hero. 20 points for him last game against Golden State. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Finney-Smith. Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. And one Laker fan here tonight, social media superstar Mark Phillips.
Yeah, we've seen him trending with impressions of LeBron, getting his clout up a little bit. You know, he's happy with what he's seen from the team here tonight.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Robinson finds Hero. They set the pick. And there's the drive. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Here's Ware. 14 points for him last game against Golden State.
And also impressive, his work on the glass. He was tenacious and relentless.
Now here's Hayes. Reeves, the pass to Vanderbilt, to the middle. Kicks it to Doncic. No good on the three.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Rozier can't get it to go. The Lakers lead by 3. And here's Reeves outside. The rebound by Ware. 52 seconds left to play in the first. Hero with the bucket.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. And there's James from the arc. Miami has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Pass to Ware. Robinson on the wing. Hero for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And it's Doncic missing. Here's Rozier, and he dunks it down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Miami out in front, leading by a point. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
The Lakers trail. And let's take a look at Miami. Terry Rozier is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at small forward. And it's Hachimura missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Wiggins finds Love. The 3. And it's Rozier. That time on the assist by Love. Rozier's got 8.
All Rozier needs is a little breathing room, and he's firing that thing, and usually knocking it down.
It doesn't go for him. Love with the defensive effort. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. 5 on the clock. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates. And it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And he makes the first. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Anderson's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, you can sum up Rui Hachimura by calling him a pro's pro, a hard worker, and a guy that just continues to add value to his team.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
On the court, your height squad. All right, fans, get on your feet, make some noise. It's T-shirt time.
And now let's take a look at the small forwards with the highest shooting percentages for the season. LeBron James is second.
And this group does a great job of staying in attack mode. I mean, you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
That's accurate, but you can't do what they've done without a superb outside shot as well. I mean, that's not a problem for this group. They certainly can drain the jump shot.
Anderson with a screen on Reeves. Three-pointer Rozier. Benson grabs a miss. Lakers trail by 4. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You take a look at Miami. Right now, they're in 10th place, hoping to get themselves into the playoff picture.
Well, I think for Miami, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And for Los Angeles, they're shooting a rough 29% from the field here. And James gets it to go.
LeBron's skill level is so great. I mean, that mid-range is not his go-to, but he can do it all, so it looks like it's part of his go-to.
Rozier gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Reeves. The bank shot, no good. Heat leading by 4. Oh, there's the alley. Vincent outside. Pass to Reeves. It's hauled in by the Heat. On the wing, Rozier.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Three-pointer. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. For Los Angeles, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Hero outside. Pass to Ware. Now Hero. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, his energy and hustle has been outstanding. Rozier's been all over the place, and his numbers reflect that.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Lakers.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Hachimura's checked in for Vanderbilt. Cadet comes in for Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, to the paint. Here's Connect. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the board has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
6 to shoot. Hero for 3. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Here's Ware. Hero with it. He's got 5. Adebayo a screen on Doncic. Hero no good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Miami out in front, up 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Guys, thanks. Andrew, this team has set the tone at the defensive end. What's working for you?
We just got after it. That's the main thing. We just try to make them uncomfortable, test everything, and, we were converting on the other side.
It's all about the effort. Back to you.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Hawks, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny. There's a talent gap here.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Terry Rozier. Man, is he getting it done today?
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Hayes is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Doncic in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
BA, I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age. Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
Outside Robinson. Three-pointer off the mark.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Here's Reeves. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Reeves has got 5.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Everybody dance. Bring those moves. Nice try. That's all good.
And let's take some time now to see the small forwards around the league who have been really producing for their teams on the offensive end. LeBron James, #1.
And call him whatever position you like. But the fact is, he can score from anywhere, anytime against anyone.
Well, there's no question he is the priority for any defense they're up against. He's impossible to shut down entirely, so you just want to slow him down from his spot on the wing.
Hero, no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
For Miami, they've gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. That one goes in.
Well, that was quality defense, but Wiggins showing off tremendous athleticism, able to overcome that defense.
James deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Doncic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Heat. 2-point game.
The passing of Hero keeps getting better and better as his career goes on.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Lakers making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Highsmith, he's checked in for Miami. Rozier comes in for Hero. And so he makes both from the line. The Heat with the lead. Highsmith passes to Adebayo. Adebayo a screen on Doncic. Rozier can't get it to go.
You know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And finished off by Hayes.
They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's the pick. Wiggins from long range. Pure from three-point range. Wiggins got 5 points now this quarter.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
From deep, Reeves. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
Coming right back with his own. Austin Reeves with the confident response.
Pass to Highsmith. Adebayo from long range. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Reeves with the ball. Doncic on the wing. For the lead, James. Hayes with it. Outside Reeves. Hayes inside. For three, James sinks the tray. James has got 5.
LeBron ready to fire, shot it with confidence there.
Rozier outside. Up and over Doncic. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. He's got 14. 3/4 of play and a close one here. It's Los Angeles up by 1. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th quarter, we've got Mitchell. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Terry Rozier, and it's Highsmith in at the 3. They set the screen. Let's go with a 3. Vincent can't hit. Miami trailing. Here's Rozier. Down low. And there's Anderson. That one's good. On the assist by Rozier.
How about the footwork that time from Rozier? Did a nice job freeing himself from the defense and making the pass.
James, a screen on Anderson. Here's Finney-Smith. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Inside, here's Vanderbilt. Jaquez grabs the board. The Heat have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Rozier outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. James outside. Has to connect. Now James. Over Mitchell. James can't get it to go.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The 3 from Mitchell. Can't hit that one.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Vincent passes to James. Here's Connect. Pass to Vanderbilt. The 3. And it's Connect missing. Here's Highsmith. From deep, Mitchell hits the trifecta. Mitchell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Rozier is seeing the floor that well, makes everything easier for him and his team.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
All right, fans, here comes your Laker girl.
Deciding to change it up. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Doncic, right side. Not going to go that time. Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And he lobs it up top. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game over. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Has to Ware, puts it up, and Miami again with the bucket.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
James finds Doncic. No good again that time. Miami leading by 6. Pass to Adebayo. Hero on the wing. Over Hayes. Hero no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Austin Reeves showing no fear down the stretch.
Hero against Doncic. Fires the 3. Hero no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
It's been great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Hero for 3. That doesn't go either for Hero. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Wiggins against James. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul. At the line for the Heat, Tyler Hero. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. So it's the Heat taking the W at a close one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Bam, of all the aspects that went into this win, which do you think was most important?
Our defense, man. You know, when it got down to crunch time, we really locked in, and we pride ourselves on that, like I always say. And
you know, we take those matchups, those one-on-one matchups personally. And we got the stops and we got a W. We got to tough this one out.
It's always better when you can make it personal. Thanks so much, Bam.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Terry Rozier.